At the time of this recording, there is a lot going on right now, which I feel like there's always a lot happening, but it reminded me that I need to remind you, free Palestine, ICE, and to rank Zoran at the top of your ballot if you're here in New York voting for the primaries, and to not rank Cuomo at all. And with all the important information being said, let's get into it. So if you've been watching any of my previous videos, I've mentioned how I've been feeling really uninspired getting dressed, hence this outfit that I'm wearing that looks like a random generated Sims outfit. And I think a big part of that is because I haven't been creating any dedicated time to like experiment with my style or to get dressed up. I feel like there's been a lot of internal work and a lot of internal things that have been changing, and I feel like it's not really matching the outfits I have been putting together previously. And I feel like as we're going into a new season that already I think is traditionally more difficult for people to get dressed because you can't really layer in the same way that you will for like fall and winter. So let's see what I'm going to be wearing for this spring summer. Okay, so here's our first outfit and I love it so much. I got these capri pants last summer and I didn't really get a chance to really style them before it got too cold again. I love this like hot pink moment. I surprisingly don't have a lot of hot pink in my wardrobe. I feel like using hot pink as like an accent has been more of what I've done, but these are just so cutie. And I kind of help it like do like a full kind of polka dot moment. I love that polka dots are a trend because I've always been a lover of polka dots. And my favorite thing is that there's so many brands now who have polka dot things. And then when everybody's over it, I'm going to be able to thrift all the polka dot that I want. And it's going to be a great time. This is a bandana that I thrifted last year that I wear all the time throughout the summer, so even for other outfits I might be wearing this again because, you know, I love to rewear that. And then I put it together with this purse that I have from Volta Atelier, which is made from like a dead stock leather, and it's like a Bambi fur, which I love a little Bambi print. I think it's so cutie and it's like basically polka dot of animal prints. I also feel like I really want to incorporate more heels into my wardrobe for the summer. Like I think there's something so cutie about like running around town in your little heels. It's just such a vibe. But I also think it's much easier being done when you're wearing like wedges. I have these ones I thrifted a while ago. They do have a heel that's kind of broken at the end. And I do think just like overall, I need to desperately take my shoes to the tailor or to the cobbler. Okay, what? She is eating! This was like a 10 out of 10 for me, honestly. So this shirt I wore all the time last summer, but I always had it with the collar up, and it wasn't until recently that I decided to chop the collar. The unfortunate part is I chopped a lot of it off, so it's a little uncomfortable on its own. And I did pin it recently so that it was like a one shoulder top where I tucked one of the sleeves in and then pinched it in the back. And I have been contemplating about like sewing it so it's permanently like that. But today I just used a giant safety pin and just pinched the material in the back so it actually stays on me more properly. It feels like a sculptural cutie pie piece. I don't really even know how to describe it, but it goes perfectly with this lace skirt that I have from Tumbao. Paired it with this Anna Sui vintage purse that I have, and then also these little thrifted glasses, which we have all the little pops of red. But I hate, you know, red, white, and blue together in the US because it could be spooky sometimes in my mind. But I love the combination together, so to kind of break it up a little bit, I added these pink Melissa shoes. Like they are in the red family, but they're a little bit off and a little bit more fun, and they still like work with it somehow. I think maybe because they're translucent and a little bit transparent in the way that the lace skirt is, it kind of like feeds off of each other. Anyway, I think that this outfit works really, really well, and I can see myself wearing this all the time. And before anybody's like, oh my god, the Bills! I thrifted the shirt because I thought it was cute. Don't really know much about sports, so I'm a fake fan, but thinking I should probably learn more about the culture of the Bills so that I'm not appropriating the top. So this is basically a neutral version of my first outfit with a reappearance of the scarf I told you I will be wearing over and over again. But this time around with all the polka dots, I did like a little matching moment with my Blondita top and then also my McGuire shoes that are so stinking cute. I love them so much. They're actually pretty comfortable, except sometimes the strap kind of falls off or like slips off my foot, but it's not that bad. And I will say I love Blondita and I love this top, but it does come kind of loose at the top, so I just kind of like make it really, really tight around my neck and just kind of adjust it as I go about the day. I am thinking about doing like a little DIY and adding like a button onto it so it stays all in place, but until then, this is what I'll do for now. I also kind of went with like a more polka dot vibe with these earrings that I have. They're not necessarily polka dot, but they're these silver hoops that I thrifted that have like these cute little like balls at the end of them. Thrifted glasses, thrifted capris, and then I have this tote that I got from the Paloma Wool pop-up sale last year. They were giving this out out to everybody who bought something. It's definitely one of my favorite totes that I have in my wardrobe and goes perfectly with this like more neutral outfit. So this outfit is a little out of my comfort zone, and it's mainly because I'm wearing these American Apparel shorts that I wanted so badly when I was a kid, but of course my mom was like, no, you can't be wearing that. As a high school student, I definitely shouldn't have been wearing. So as an adult, I got these on eBay last summer and have one of them because I just like want to redeem that inner child and like be cute and sexy. So I paired it with this sporty top that honestly could be like pulled down to like a dress. Like, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a dress. The reason why I don't think it's supposed to be a dress is because the pockets just look like so awkward on the side. I mean, maybe I could wear it like this, but I don't know, it just like puckers really weirdly. Like, I don't feel like it's supposed to go out like that, but maybe it does. I don't really know. But I think it looks cuter when it's bunched up like this instead, and then kind of like, hold on, I'm gonna put this down because it's so loud. And also just like kind of pulled off the shoulder so you can see my little red strap coming out, and I think that's cute. And because of the text on here, it feels very sporty to me, so I'm pairing it with this Coach purse that I made with Coach's Relove program, which is really cool. They make purses from old Coach pieces into new things, and sometimes they let people come in and make their own pieces, and so that's what I did with this one. I think I kind of like it better with the long strap because I think I'm still like kind of insecure about having my butt hang out just a little bit with this, so it feels like just like it has like a little bit of coverage. And I feel like this moment of trying to heal my inner child also feels like an act of resistance in the times that we're living in with the rise of conservatism and people trying to cover up everything. I want this summer to be booties out and cherries out and just embracing that. Let's see how much I actually do that. I don't really know. I love that I was just talking about conservatism and then this is the outfit I ended up putting together next. But it's still like a really cute little layering moment that I think for like a cooler day is also very cool. I think my favorite part about this is this secondhand slip dress matching my Vera Loops purse that's made from recycled materials that has this cute little multicolored stripe vibe going on. And then the yellow that is in my purse also matches these shoes that I got from CV's, which I have been raving all about. They're very cutie mesh shoes that are made from recycled materials and other natural materials, and they're so cute. I think especially when you have like a more layered outfit like this going on, it's nice to kind of have like either like a peep toe or just like a little bit of skin showing with your shoes to kind of like balance it out and not feel so closed off, and also just get like, you know, a little airflow going on as well. Also pairing it with my favorite Damson Matter pants, and I don't know if you can notice, but I have like a little mishmash earring situation going on. I have my little vintage hands and then these cute little fruit earrings that I have. Paired it with some of my favorite chunky bangles, though I don't really have like a huge selection of like chunky bangles. I only have like these ones and then like this blue one, and I do really want more, so I actually have some coming from eBay pretty soon, just to like up my little accessories collection because I feel like you can never have too many accessories. And then my last note for this outfit is that I did add my pink vintage belt on here just because I feel like the colors are so complementary to it all. And once again, I'm not someone who thinks that you have to like make any of your outfits like flattering and like cinch your waist, but I feel like for this outfit it kind of works and adds to like the stripe type of feel. Okay, this is probably my favorite outfit so far, which says a lot because I'm not even wearing any kind of bracelets or rings with it, but oh my god, I don't even know where to start with it. Okay, maybe first off, I did something a little unique with my tank top because this isn't part of the top. If you see my other outfits before, you would know that this is actually a hair barrette that I got from the baby section of a thrift store. And this is cute on its own, and I was debating about putting a necklace with it, but why do that when I can just alter the shape of my tank top and do this instead? Like, this is just so much more interesting. But the reason why I put this little flower here is because it reminds me of these Damson Matter pants that I got that are like these cute little ruffle bloomers, and they are so comfortable. Oh my god, on a really steamy hot day, the airflow in these babies are gonna serve me so well. And I'm pairing it with this vintage top that I got recently from Regeneration, which I'm forgetting the specific seller within the Regeneration market that I got, but she was so sweet. I love the print on this. I think it's very cute. And I feel like I'm wearing so much red, white, and blue, and it's a little spooky, but I do feel like these shoes, these little ballet flats that I thrifted, are like a great pop of color, and I'm pairing it with this purse that I got from a follower. Her name is Tiana Esperon, and it's made out of like upcycled t-shirts, and it's so cute. And I don't know who said it online, but somebody was like, you should never match your shoes with your purse. And you know what? Like all fashion rules, it. I'm gonna do what I want. And I think that this is like a fun little pull of like colors together. Like, it's a perfect little pop together, and It just works. Stop, no! Stop it. I thrifted these shoes last summer and I was just putting it on with this outfit and the strap on it broke. It used to be like underneath this cork, but it fell off. But that's okay for now because I'm still going to try to pretend that they're not broken. To make my point about this being and wedge girl summer, like this is the perfect outfit I imagine if I want to wear something like more cozy casual. Like I have this vintage tee that's paired with these pink Victoria's Secret shorts that I really love. All of this is very cozy, but to kind of mix it up a little bit, throwing on a little wedge is so cute. A really cute way to literally elevate a look. And I'm definitely going to be exploring that more. And it's so unfortunate. These shoes are so insanely comfortable. I honestly have so many shoes that need to be taken to the cobbler. I already know my wallet's crying about it, but that's the price you pay to have a long-lasting wardrobe that's meant for you. So, gotta take care of these girlies. This look is so stinking fun. So cute. I'm so in love with this Blondita skirt. I feel like often though, I always felt pretty uncomfortable just like wearing it as is because I feel like most bubble skirts, you know, you kind of have a little bit of the booty hanging out. So sometimes it doesn't make me feel super comfortable. But I feel like if I were to pair it with a long sleeve like this, it makes me feel like more balanced, especially also with like the higher socks. Like it feels like in a way less revealing, but I feel like all the combinations of like all the blacks and whites from like my Gani shoes and the socks to the little polka dots. And then we have the pinks that are matching with this vintage belt that I have paired with this thrifted truck jacket. And I'm kind of going simple with my accessories. I have like this little flower clip along with these 2 gold rings. And then my little Paloma tote. Like this is just like the perfect mix of playful, sporty spice. I feel like over the years I've noticed my styling experimenting more with like, I'm like gonna say sexier pieces, like the Addison Rae type of vibe. I feel like it's like this thing where it's like you're cute, but there's a little bit of an edge to you. I feel like that's kind of like what I want my wardrobe to kind of express for myself because I feel like I'm somebody who is like cutesy and optimistic and that kind of vibe, but I also got a little bit of heat. I got a little spice to me, and I feel like I kind of want to communicate that better where I don't want to be just perceived as like, oh, Jasmine, she's so sweet, she's so cute, you know, which is like fine, but I don't feel like that's representative of me. And so I feel like as my style has evolved, I've like less have needed to be maximalist in a way. Oh, actually, honestly, this like feels like a whole nother video that could be done where I just kind of like want to walk through personally my own style journey and like what it means for me, but I'll save that for another time. Anyway, this was my last outfit and I can already feel all the creative juices just like going through my mind for all the rest of the outfits I want to style from the rest of spring till summer. And if you like this kind of fun fashion content, I also have an Instagram and TikTok that you can follow along when I'm not on YouTube. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, you should because I do have a lot more fun styling videos coming up soon, couple in collaboration with a really cutie little fashion girly on here as well, so you're gonna want to check that out. But until then, I'll talk to you later. Bye!